Yo, what's going on YouTube? Your hair will not cover up your features if you're a woman. I don't care what race you are. I don't care where you're living. Your hair won't cover up your features. Okay? Think of your hair as being independent from your face and your body. Right? So if I'm looking at a chick from a physical standpoint, right, I'm just talking about physical. I'm not talking about emotionally, intellectually and all that other stuff. I'm just talking about from a physical standpoint, right? Your hair is one thing, your face is another thing, and your body is another thing, right? I'm not trying to be shallow, but I'm just keeping it real in terms of how men break down women in terms of the physical realm, okay? And what I'm trying to say is that if you as a woman have certain features that may be, more African or, more in the middle or I don't know, whatever you want to call it, right? Those are your features. If that man likes it, he's going to choose you. If he doesn't, he's not going to choose you, okay? Your hair isn't going to make the difference, okay? It's not. It's not going to make the difference. It's not going to cover up the shape of your nose, your cheekbone, your lips, your eyes. It's not going to cover up. So if he doesn't like African features, he doesn't like African features. To be real, there are certain European features that I just don't like, right? And your hair isn't going to cover that up, okay? It's not going to cover it up, right? If I'm going to judge you overall, your hair is going to stand alone, right? When I look at Beyonce, for instance, okay, we find Beyonce attractive, right? Now, if she did her hair more naturally, guess what? Men would still like her. Why? Because her face will still be the same, and her body will still be the same. There will be some men that say, oh, I don't like her hair because it's more natural, but even they'll come around later on. Because in my opinion, now this is just my opinion, I don't care if you're a black chick and your hair is naturally long and straight. I feel like if you're a black chick, and I don't care about your skin tone or any of that, you look better with more of a natural type of hair. It just looks better. It's more flattering to me. To the point now, the way I am, don't, even be a non-black chick and try to even imitate, right, short, natural type hair, because you may just, win me over because, that's what I love, right? And I feel like it's more flattering. It's the whole long, silky type hair is fake to me, man. How old is that, right? How 90s, how 80s is that? What's new? But like I said before, it's not going to cover it up. Even when I'm dealing with certain Nigerian chicks, I love where I'm from, and I love the features, okay? So I can probably say that I like African features, and I can say I also like non-African, I don't want to say European, but, I like other features as well, okay? It is what it is. And if you're a Nigerian chick or just a woman who has more African-like features, your hair isn't going to take away from your features. So if that white dude, black dude, or whatever he is does not appreciate or like African features, your hair isn't going to do a thing. Right? I get upset when I see girls who, end up getting chosen, but they think it's because of their hair. Oh, he chose me because my hair was a certain way. And I'm like, no. Your hair doesn't compensate for your body. I'm sorry. Your hair doesn't compensate for your face. It doesn't even compensate for how you move. You know what I mean? It doesn't. So, women have to understand that we can see past it. We're not as dumb as we may come off to be. We understand what you're trying to do. We understand what you're trying to communicate. It's just like the dudes who try to straighten their hair, and try to slick it back into the little poof ball, ponytail type jump off. If you're a chick, you can see it, right? So if you're caught up on the whole, oh, I want my kids to have good hair, is that gonna fool you? The chemicals that dude put in his hair, the relaxers and whatever, is that gonna fool you? No, because you know his natural texture is gonna be, more, I don't want to say nappier, but more typical of what of how black males' hair typically is. So that's not gonna hide the fact of who he is. So if that girl is gonna choose that man, it's not gonna be based off of the chemicals he put in his head. It's gonna be based off of who he naturally is, who he really is. So there's no point in me altering myself. Really, there is no point. In terms of hair, there's no point. She's gonna make her choice. She's gonna make her choice, right? Understand that men just like nice hair. What upsets me is when I see bad weaves and perms and whatever you guys call it, because I'm not the hair person at all. So if I notice that it's bad, 99% of the world knows that it's bad. That's how bad I am. But I see it so frequently, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Right? You're trying to cover up your features, and the cover up is not even good, and it's just like, it's not a good look. And on the same token, the chick could be rocking more something natural, but it's not kept. She's bullshitting, and it pisses me off. Like, I hate when a chick may take her braids out, or she takes her weave out, and she has her natural hair for a couple of weeks till she gets the next style done, and it looks horrible. I'm like, for reals? Like, you can't take the time, even the 2 weeks to put your natural hair in something that's more pleasing and well put together? Like, that really annoys me. It upsets me. So like I said, we just like something that's kept nice, because you can have fake or natural, and it could be unkempt, and that's not a good thing. Alright, so hopefully y'all can understand where we're coming from. I'm not trying to say that that all men aren't shallow. There are some shallow dudes out there who act as if your hair is going to change the way you look, and a lot of women fall for that trap. Right? Most of the times, dudes get it confused. They get hair texture and hair length confused with features. Okay, and that's the problem. So automatically they assume that if a chick has a certain hair type, then she has to look a certain way. So I might as well say I like long, straight hair. Right? But what they're really trying to get at is that they like the features that are associated with that hairstyle. And it's bullshit. It's just bullshit. Because like I said before, Beyonce can go natural right now. She can, rock some short type of a hairstyle, and men would still be on her. When Halle Berry went short, men were still on her. Her face and her body are still the same. Alright? So as long as your hair looks nice, you're good to go. Y'all take it easy. Tell me how you feel. God bless.